Hi guys, welcome to this session in Power BI. In this module, I want to show you how you can create your own date calendar. But before I do that, I just want to point out that with a date field, you do have some functionality that you can utilize. So over here, I have a date field, two date fields, and if you open up the little chevron and then the next little chevron down, you can see that this splits this down to year, quarter, month, and day. Both of those will do that, and that will happen if you have got this set in options. So I'm going to File, down to Options, and then Options again, and what you're looking for is Date Intelligence. So in here you've got Time Intelligence there, Date Intelligence. Basically that needs to be ticked on for you to have that opening up like I've just showed you there. And I'm on data load at the top there. If I cancel that because that's already ticked, that's why that happens there. So for example, you could do a visual students. If you tick students and then tick month, it will break that down by month. If I tick quarter, it'll do that as well. And then obviously you can see how it's building up the hierarchy there, and then you've got these drill through or drilled up and down features. And then if I tick year, it'll give you that there at the bottom there. And if I tick it again for day, probably get a bit cluttered. Don't really want that, but that's what you can do. But what I want to do is create my own table, my own calendar table. So if I go into this table view, I'm going to do a new table and call it my calendar. So I'll just call it my calendar. And then I'm going to use the calendar function. If I start typing calendar, they'll come up. You've got this automatic calendar option, or if you want to give it a start and end date, you take in the top option, because that'll just look at the data, look at your data and all these dates in these two fields, and it'll work out what the date range is and then create a column based on that. So I'm going to do the top one first. Well, in fact, I'm only going to do the top one. So click on that, and then you basically have to tell it what the first date is, or the start date is. So the start date, I want it to be, and you've got to put that in quotes. I'll go the 1st of August 23. Close the quotes, do a comma. Now you need to put the end date. It's asking you there, look for the end date. So that's going to be in quotes the 31st of July 2028. Close quotes, close bracket, click the tick, and then that should drop that in. And then you've got, if I click on this column, it's called date. You can format that if you don't like that layout. So I don't like that layout, so I'm going for this one. So I'll get rid of the time, like so. Now you can also add columns based on that. So I want to add the year column. So again, I'm going over to new column, and I'm going to call this one year, and I'm going to use the year function. Year equals year. Open the bracket on the year function, and then you want to start typing calendar, because my calendar is there, and my calendar date column, that's the one I want. And then I'm just going to close the bracket on that, press enter, and then that will put the year in there for me with the title, which is great. Now I want to do another one. I want the month, new column. I'll use the month function, and again I'm just going to call this month, and then equals, and I'm going to use the month function, and then it's wanting the date. So calendar date, my calendar's there, but I want my calendar date, that one, and then close that bracket on that one and click the tick. That should give me the month. So that's giving me the month, 8th August, month number it's giving me basically. So now I want to add another column for quarter. So new column. This is going to be called QTR, and it's equals, and I'm going to use the quarter function, quarter, and with an R in it, quarter. I want to use the quarter function, and I want it on, get rid of that, the calendar date again, calendar date, that's the one I want, and then close that, click the tick, and that should put that in there. Third quarter of the year, August is the third quarter of the year. Now if you want to have it saying quarter 3, you can put in front of this, you could put in quotes QTR with a space, close quotes, and then use the and symbol to concatenate that, and then let's see what that looks like. Quarter 3 is now saying, so you just put that concatenation in there. Now if I just save this for a minute, so I've got it saved, this is called my calendar. My calendar will appear as a table over here, as you can see, with all those columns that you've just created. But what you have to do then is you go to the relationship window, and you basically need to link these two tables together. So I'm just going to drag date to date of training, and then that should give me a link, and it's basically saying this is a the field that's linked, the date and the date field in there in this table. So these are all linked. It says one to many down the bottom, which is okay. There are other options in there. I want one to many, and then saving that, and it'll create the link for me. Should get a little line. If I move this out a little bit, you can see that line, one to many link like that. And then you can go back to doing your visuals, and you've got that extra table there at the bottom where you can now use it on this table because it's linked in. So if I just delete this one, and let's create a topic and revenue chart. Let's change that to a chart, and then let's see what happens if we add the year here, but I don't want that to be there. I need that to be in this top box, so I'll just push that into there, and then I get the year on the bottom, and if I tick month, I should get the month on the bottom as well. So let's make this a bit bigger. So it's put month in there as well. I need to push that into there. So now we have got the year, the number is the month, and then if I do quarter, so if I add quarter, I'll just drag this one. Obviously the tick is putting it in the wrong place. You can just put quarter in there, and then you'll get the quarters coming up like that, and you can move these around if you so wish. So that's all I want to talk about in this little video, how you can create your own calendar table, add extra columns to it, link it into your data, your main tables, and then create a visual based on that new calendar. So hopefully this little information is of use. Thank you for your time, and I'll catch you on the next one.